Boy, boy, oh boy. What up, what up, what up? What's up, what's up? What's up, what's up, what's up? What up, y'all? On the YouTube, we live on Instagram. Fresh from hit the like button coming through the door. What's up? Oh, it's on and popping. What's on and popping at the live? Hit the like button coming through the door. We double dipping. We got the YouTube popping off. We got the Instagram popping off. Of course, after Instagram, after I leave here off Instagram, y'all can only see me on YouTube. Long Island stand up. There's only one Hempstead. Strong Island stand the fuck up. Salute NYC. What up to all my people? I loved it. I knew that was gonna happen. I knew the shade was coming. I knew all of those preliminaries and all them hugs and this, that, and the other, and we did it for the people. That is the only reason they did it for. And the bag. And the bag. Ain't no way neither one of them came there without getting a bag. They can talk about the love for the people all they want. There's no way they went there without getting a bag. First of all, shout everybody out who checked on me. Live wife in the building. Mrs. Jones in the building. Shout out to all my people who checked on me. Yes, I did start my bottom part of my um, procedure, and I continue back on Wednesday. They have to go every other day to let me heal. It's a long road, but things are looking good so far. What up? What up? So we're gonna get into some questions. I'm gonna talk about the verses, and then we're gonna get into some questions about Brandy Monica verses. If you got some questions about MTV, got some questions about B2S taking over and taking the number one spot, BTS taking number one spot from WAP, dropping WAP to number two. First and foremost, I want to start off with Brandy and Monica. Now, for those of y'all who wasn't really old enough to be there for Brandy and Monica when they was first starting out. Now, Brandy started out about on as a recording artist about 14, 15 years old, and Monica started about 16. So when they first came out, let me just set the scene. When they first came out, it was really Brandy, Monica, and then there were a lot of ones that weren't as young as them, but was young and around. Aaliyah, Maya, to the early 20s. Aaliyah, you had Brandy, you had Monica, and then they were kind of like on the tail end. Shanice Wilson and Tracy Spencer. So there was a lot of young R&B talented females. Christina Milian. So there's a lot of young talented females. But Brandy was always that number one. She had the TV show when she was younger. Then she got Moesha. She was on another TV show before Moesha. Then she got her own show. And Monica was kind of like the girl on the block. Brandy had like they always do. They always set up if there's somebody out, they're gonna make one the bad girl and one the good girl. Monica was the street chick, the ghetto chick, and Brandy was the goody two shoes. At least on, that's what they were supposed to be. All right. So Monica was always looked upon as, oh, she's street, she's ghetto, and that's what Brandy always played off. Like, she's like the ghetto me. When she first came out, when Monica first came out, and Monica got turned down by the label Brandy was on. She was trying to join Brandy's label. She got turned down for that label. They were like, we already got the teen sensation. We don't need another one. But Monica was like, but we totally different. But they was telling Brandy back then, they trying to make this girl be another you and stand the other. They trying to make another you. What up, people on YouTube? What's up to my people on YouTube? What's up to my people on Instagram? But you see, when Monica first came, it was like Monica, all the street people were fucking with Monica, but Brandy was industry. You know what I mean? Brandy had the push behind her. Brandy was industry. So all the industry heads, that's why on Monica's first album, she didn't really have nobody. Because everybody was like, nah, we fucking with Brand. So that's why if you look along their lines, until Monica got Missy, she didn't really have people that she was collaborating with. Because everybody felt as though they had to pick sides. And then like Latifah and all the female rappers, they was like, well, we fucking with Shorty. We fucking with Brandy. You know what I mean? So Monica, when a little backstory with Monica and the rappers, when Monica first came out, she was like, she didn't want no rappers. Like, I don't want no rappers on my record. But then she came out with Just One of Those Days. And Just One of Those Days had a rap record behind it, had a rap beat behind it. So they like, how the fuck she talking about she don't want to fuck with no rappers, but she got a song she's singing to a rap beat. So they were all like, yo, the reason why all those girls got on Brandy's song was to shade Monica. So she got the remix, and Brandy went and got all them female rappers on. Yo-Yo, MC Light, Queen Latifah, and so they was repping for Brandy. Then people like Jay-Z, like everybody was riding Brandy's shit. So Monica at first looked at like, oh, you just trying, they was trying to make another Brandy. But then the thing is, neither one of them had a number one until they came with The Boy Is Mine. Now, The Boy Is Mine, what people tend to forget, and they want to try to act like, no, no, it wasn't, blah, blah, blah. The Boy Is Mine could have been about two different dudes. Number one, what people kept under wraps and did not know, but you're going to find out. The dude in the video, right? The dude in the video was fucking with Brandy. That's Makai. Makai was fucking with Brandy when the video first got put in. This is what threw a whole bunch of different shit into these two dynamic. Makai was fucking with Brandy. Usher was fucking Brandy. Usher was fucking with Monica. So Usher was originally who the song was about. But now on the video set, Makai starts flirting with Monica. So it's like in between the video, from the time the video started, it's like when the video first started getting filmed, Makai was fucking with Brandy. By the time the video was over, he was fucking with Monica. So Makai was fucking with Monica when it was all said and done. They was both fucking with Usher. So that's why Makai and Brandy kind of fell out for a lot of years. Because he was fucking with Monica by the time it was over. So those two dynamic, shading each other for years, who got who on the song. Monica threw the runs in. She wasn't supposed to, but then runs at the end of the first verse, where Monica like throws the runs like into Brandy, and Brandy was like, "Oh, okay, that's what we doing," So Monica was totally trying to out-sing Brandy and trying to outdo Brandy in the record, because up until that time, it was a Britney Christina thing. It was Cyndi Lauper, Madonna. Except those two soulful voice. Brandy had the childish pop voice. So they were very much closer in vocals than Christina and Britney and Cyndi Lauper and Madonna. Cyndi Lauper could outsing Madonna in her sleep, and Christina could outsing Britney in her sleep. But Brandy and Monica were close. So if you wonder why they were sounded so competitive on that record, is there were a lot of different dynamics taking place that was made for the Usher thing. But then you saw the dynamics come out filming the video, because by now they're doing a video with Makai Pfeiffer in it, and they're like really fighting over him in real life. But nobody, and y'all missed it. Nobody knew about that dynamic. But Makai knew. Makai knew what was going on. So that's a little backstory behind The Boy Is Mine. The record started out, the record was made about Usher, but the video was made about Makai Pfeiffer. New Monica. Yeah. I heard her. Oh, Usher talked to me the other day, because Usher and Monica don't really fuck with each other like that no more. But how Brandy kept bringing that up. Brandy funny. Tonight, the first shade that I noticed was when Brandy said, no. Monica came out with the nippy. Oh, why'd she say that? If one thing people know about Brandy, she don't want nobody calling Whitney Houston nippy but her. She's still very, very sensitive about Whitney Houston. All right. She's very sensitive about Whitney Houston. Monica knows that. Monica knows she's sensitive about Whitney Houston. And Monica said, this was Nippy's favorite song. I said, uh-oh. And then, right after that, Brandy came with the, what was the first shade she threw? Oh, that's probably why, that's really the reason why you probably here. They probably had to beg you to come. So after Monica sat up there talking about, yeah, it's for the culture, it's in love, I felt as though we had to meet face to face. And Brandy's like, yeah, right, bitch. Somebody begged you to come. So, and then to kick down the door and smack your chick, Monica threw a little extra mustard on the hot dog because, everybody knows the story about her hitting Brandy. Monica wanted to stand up and let him know, bitch, I really kicked down doors and smacked chicks. So, but all in all, it was dope. It was dope to see them both. Keita, what up? It was dope to see them both. But I'm just going to give you the straight facts. I ain't going to play favorites. I'm just going to give you straight facts. And the fact of the matter is, Monica, as dope as she is, and she's dope. I've always liked Monica as an artist. I always liked her. Um, I always liked her initiative to try something different, to go a little bit outside of the box more than Brandy. Brandy kind of like found a lane, and she pretty much found a gap, and boom, just stayed in that gap. She did it very well, and she did it for a long time. But Brandy, the songs Brandy came out with, you kind of knew. I mean, what about? That was probably the most challenging Brandy got. What about? What about? See, Brandy could never come with So Gone. Brandy can do So Gone. But Monica, the thing that Monica has over Brandy is that the songs that Monica did, a lot of those songs Brandy couldn't do. But Monica could do any song that Brandy did, if that makes sense. Monica could do One About Us. Monica could do Almost Doesn't Count. Monica could do all of Brandy's songs. Monica could do, but Brandy wouldn't be convincing enough doing So Gone because she's not a street chick. That being said, Brandy's a better artist than Monica. It's not even close. Brandy is more, her crowd is more diverse than Monica. Her music's more diverse. Diverse meaning different people listen to Brandy. More different vibes listen to Brandy. That's why she's a bigger artist overseas. The bigger artist overseas is not. It's not even close. Um, Brandy's first two albums, she did double platinum on the first album. She did 5 times platinum on my favorite album, The Never Say Never. 5 times platinum. So she sold more albums. Both of them. Monica's had more number ones. Monica had 2 more number ones, but Brandy's had more charted hits. And Monica's had 1 more album, ironically. She's put out 1 more studio album than Brandy, but Brandy has sold way more albums. That's back when albums were the shit. But the street people, the people that in the street, they're going to fuck with Monica more because they're in the street. And Monica tends to go to boom. You know what I mean? But people inside the industry, trust me, Brandy's not forgotten inside the industry. People that would tend to kind of got distance from Brandy because Brandy has diva like and deep. Brandy plays those diva antics. Brandy's bougie. So and then she's trying to be. Another thing that people don't like about Brandy is, even though Monica was always looked at as the bad girl, Brandy was the one sucking the dick. But people looked over that and they always point the finger at Monica. Yep, she's the ghetto one. We know she was the problem. She's the ghetto one. When they got into that big, when the 2 record labels got into that big argument, about that fight they had when they got back together. That's why they were pointing the finger at Monica. She's ghetto. She's this. She's that. Now, we're not going to get into their personal lives. I don't think that really matters. Because both of them got a lot of shadiness to their past. Right? Both of them got a lot of unanswered questions to their past. Monica with the first boyfriend that the family to this day feels like she should have been brought up on charges. If you ask her ex-boyfriend family to this day, they think Monica killed their son. Or at least was the reason for him killing himself. That ex-boyfriend's family members to this day feel as though Monica got away with murder. Now, that's not me saying it. That's a fact. That's a fact. And then Brandy, a lot of people felt as though she should have did jail time. When she hit the driver and she killed the person. Brandy killed a person, and a lot of people were bitter because they said if she was a regular person, she would have went to jail. because she wasn't paying attention to the road. She was doing something. She hit somebody and killed him. And people were saying if she wasn't Brandy, she went to jail. So, and the boyfriend, because Monica liked the street dudes, Monica liked the drug dealers, Monica liked the gangsters. So the family of that drug dealer that Monica was dating were all saying, "Oh, it's because he's a drug dealer and she is, you know, R&B princess." So that's why they're not blaming her. They're not looking into her. So we're gonna leave that past out. They both got sketchy past. They both have been involved with more than one dude at once. Monica and Brandy both have both been involved with, you know, more than one dude. Like I said, they were both messing with Usher. They were both messing with Makai. You know. Then once the whole Fred Joe thing was out, Monica said in an interview one time, "Oh, she thought Fred Joe was sexy or whatever." And everybody knew that Fred Joe was kind of messing with Brandy. And Monica was like, "Yeah, that's my type." And people don't even know if she said people don't even know if Monica was really serious. She was probably just trying to get under Brandy's skin. But the verses was interesting because the longer and longer they went, the more shade came out. And then Brandy with the whole thing. Oh, why you gotta keep saying ho? Like Monica was like, "Bitch, I say ho around my kids. They already know how I give it up." That's what even and I love Brandy. Brandy's one of my favorite artists ever. Not over Tony, not even close, but she might be third, second or third. But even I was like, Brandy, shut up and let this girl say ho. That's how Monica give it up. That's how Monica give it up. You know, we going over to YouTube, man. I'm gonna be on YouTube. Everybody go to YouTube. The IE Network is the channel. So I said, come on now, Brandy, let Monica say ho if she wanna say the word ho. Oh, couldn't you leave ho out? No. It wouldn't have hit the same. It would not have hit the same. But I know my Brandy met, you know, and my daughter, this, that, and the other. My daughter's watching. She's on to say, come on, my daughter's watching. And then the whole we are not a group. That's when Monica started getting fed up. Girl, we are not a group. Talk about, well, we gonna be a group when that. What up, Finesse? We gonna be a group. What up? What up? What up? What up, everybody? Yeah, I know. I get it. I understand. I mean, I know why she was saying it, but Brandy know how Monica give it up. She know her songs. And somebody made a comment, was like, oh, Brandy knew all of Monica's songs, but Monica didn't know any Brandy songs. Of course Monica knows Brandy's songs, but that's just part of her shade. Monica's gonna be like, listen, I'ma let her sing my shit, but I'm not gonna be singing her songs like that. But trust me, their record labels used to come in the office and play the other one's album for the producers, for the managers. Listen to what she put on this record. Are you and Brandy coming in? Sit down, Mr. and Mrs. Norwood. Have Brandy's producers and management team there in the record label sitting there and playing Monica records. Listen to this. She's trying to be you. And then Monica, record label would always come to her and like, this is what we're not gonna do. Check it out. She got this. She's running on this. You gotta put better runs. Almost doesn't count. She had tight vocals. We gotta do better. Don't let her outshine you. If she's gonna outshine you on the records, and they used to always say, "Oh, she had a TV show." That was always Monica's people's explanation. She got a TV show, right? So as far as the verses go, like I said, Monica has more music for the street, the people in the street. And we're dealing with mostly black people, right? So Monica's joints with Missy and what have you is gonna resonate with a lot of people because everybody fucks with Missy. So the verses for the crowd that was there, um, yeah. If if we're doing the verses strictly off the crowd who was in participation, and it's 1.2 million people, I'm pretty sure 1.1.5 was urban or African American. I'm pretty sure there was very little white people or non-urban people in that live. But the reason why I said Brandy's still the better artist is because Brandy's music appeals to more diverse crowd. It appealed to black people. It appealed to white people. It appealed to Spanish people. It appealed to people in London, England, especially Never Say Never. So that's why I always said she's the better artist. As for the verses, I mean, I'll be honest with you. I don't like verses with a bunch of slow songs. That's why I liked Teddy and Babyface, but Babyface was killing me with them slow records, man. Like that's why I like how Brandy came out. She came out with the what about that shit was a bop. Monica hit her with the slow. I thought Monica was gonna come with So Gone, like let's go. Or why I love you so much. This is why. Thought she's gonna come with one of them joints. But the shade was heavy. That's why I was there. I was there for the shade because I knew them two in the same room. Now it would have been a totally different vibe if they just had been in their own place. In their own place. That's how I wanted it. I said, them two together, it's gonna get shady. It's gonna get shady. They can't be in the same place together for too long. They can't. I know promoted the album to some after a while. And then Brandy talking about some older sing the harmony. I said, Monica was looking like, bitch, yeah, I don't want you singing my harmony. Or why wasn't I? Monica looked at her like, why don't you think? She was like, that's okay. I wasn't invited on that. That's okay. Monica was looking like, come on now. You know good and damn well why you weren't invited. I don't fuck with you like that. So they both tried to make it good. They both tried to do it for the culture, and I give them both a lot of credit. But I know they left that motherfucker like, I can't stand that. Hmm. So, but they're definitely. I would love professional. Keita, I definitely agree with you when it came down. But that's because when they did the when they first did Boy Is Mine, that's when I was really starting to really come on the scene as far as music. So I knew all those producers. I knew Dark Child. I knew all the people doing the music for Monica, both labels. You know, my brother was working in the label. My cousins was working the label. So I used to get all the tea. Like they'd be like, "Yo, these two, I'm telling you, behind the scenes, Monica and this one." You know what I mean? So, and then Monica with the Kobe shade. Everybody knows that Kobe took Brandy to the prom, and Kobe was Brandy's first love. And Monica said, Vanessa Bryant, one of the best wives ever. And it was just little things, man. It was just little things. Vanessa loved this song, and you could see Brandy's face like this bitch. She knew what she was going with it. But that was some funny shit. You know, the thing about them two is like Monica, and I met both of them. And when I met Brandy, it was like, yeah, you know, this is back in what I was doing as far as Brandy go. I was just when I first started. This before I went into the porn shit, but I was trying to get out there, you know, as a TV producer, doing anything, script, supervising, whatever. So I got a chance to go on the set of Moesha and like just take some behind the scenes shit or whatever. And she was like, yeah, this is that, this is that. I'll show you over here, I'll show you over here, blah, blah. She was real team players. Monica had kind of like when I was branching off into media. And she was just real cold. She could have had a bad day. I mean, I never take somebody when they're about to perform or finish performing, like their attitude when somebody's back there. Like she looked like a double take, like, what's this nigga doing back there? Who is he? And then they came in and introduced me like, yeah, blah, blah, this is Kevin Clark. He's doing like a show on All Access. And she's looking like, All Access? Like, oh, word? I'm an All Access artist now? So. But like I said, it was great. It was 1 million, and I knew they'd get 1 million. And I'll keep saying that the only two that I think would beat them is Drake and Kanye and Usher and Chris. Those are going to be the only two, unless it was Beyonce and Rihanna. I mean, like, of course. But those will be the only two that will beat Monica and Verzus Brandy. Usher and Chris, Drake and Ye. Nobody else. Nobody else is going to beat them too. But Monica and Brandy, the thing is with them, their beef started way before men got involved. There's some dudes around here that's just beefing over pussy. But Monica and Brandy beef started way before men got involved. That was just the tip of the iceberg. Number wise, what, Mo? Yeah, number wise. I don't think anybody would get more than that. Nicki versus Cardi, they'd get over 1 million, yeah. They would get over 1 million. But I don't really like rap on the verses. I don't really like it. That Rick Ross and 2 Chainz shit was just, that shit was boring. Rick Ross washed 2 Chainz. No, but Drake, no, not. I don't agree with that, Chris. He's constantly putting out music, but his music always charts as well. Plenty of people put out a bunch of music, but if they're not charting, nobody's gonna talk about them. They're just gonna be like, "Damn, he put out another record." But he puts out a lot of music, but all his music charts. So that's why he's talked about. That's why he's put in those conversations. That's why he's put in GOAT conversations, because the dude has been on top for 10 years and he's never really truly flopped. Like, his flop was 378,000 in the first week. That was his flop. Cardi did 378 and they were like, "Oh my God, this is amazing." Drake did 378 and they called him a flop. So put that in perspective. That's why he's in those conversations, because the dude don't really miss. The dude don't miss. I don't think Chris would beat I don't think Chris would beat Usher either. I always have this conversation. I think if they were doing 40 records, yeah, I think Usher would get him. I mean, I think Chris would get him. If they said 30 records, I think Chris would get him. But 20? Nah. Nah. Usher's best 20 versus Chris' best 20? Nah. Chris can't fuck with Usher. Not on 20. Maybe 30. 30 and higher. 30 and higher. I think I'd favor Chris. Makai loved Aaliyah too. Matter of fact, I got a Aaliyah story with Makai. I was in the airport with Makai when the news came across that Aaliyah died. I was flying to no, I was yeah, I was flying no, I was picking up at the time we were dating Patient's mom. Well, Patient wasn't born then, but she was flying in from Toronto, and I went to the airport, and Mikhail Pfeiffer was getting ready to get on a flight, and he heard about Aaliyah, and he had a face full of tears, crying, and it was about an airplane crash too. He didn't get on that plane. He had a face full of tears. I remember that day like it was yesterday. The thing came across in the airport. He was in the airport when the news flash came across. Yeah, Usher gonna win 20. That's my opinion. Chris's 20 ain't as strong as Usher's 20. Usher can damn near do um, that first album and Confessions. You know what I mean? And then on top of that, Usher had more pop hits. Like Usher changed his shit like 3 times. He had dance hits. You know what I mean, so 19 years since that plane crash. Yeah, Brandy had the. You see, that's what I mean. The rappers fucked with Brandy. Brandy had a Biggie and Tupac flex. She made sure she got that out there. You know what I mean? Like you always seen Brandy and other rappers video, 50 Cent, um, Mace with the Brandy record, Tupac and Biggie both dropping Brandy's name. The rappers really fucked with Brandy. Like I said, the industry fucked with Brandy more. The streets fucked with Monica. Yeah, she threw the Tupac flex out. I said, oh, okay, look at B Rocker flexing. See flexing. A good match for Rihanna. Beyonce. Like or Gaga. Maybe Gaga. But Rihanna got way more albums than Gaga. That's the only problem. I think Rihanna and Beyonce. I'll be honest, because Rihanna got some songs that can be considered R&B songs, You know what I mean? And they both got records by the same producers. They both got a Sia record. They both got a Neo record. They both got a record by the Game. It was, to me, that's the only match. That's the only match people want to see. Rihanna versus Katy Perry. Only because Katy Perry don't have any R&B records. And like, Umbrella did some damage on the R&B charts. Upon the Replay hit the R&B charts. Um, I Hate That I Love You hit the R&B charts. You know what I'm saying? So she had Throw It Up, that hit the R&B charts. Like Katy Perry and them don't have any records that was on R&B, but Beyonce does. The only white artist I would pair against Rihanna is probably Gaga. Yes, Pink. That now More Money. That's a good one, because Pink got a whole R&B album. That's a good one. Pink and Rihanna would be a good one. If it's not gonna be Beyonce, that's a good one. More Money. Pink and Rihanna, because Pink got that song. She got a timeless hit. What's that song that Pink got that they play in all the stadiums and all the games? She got a timeless hit. So that is a good one. Nah, I won't. I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say Rihanna would wash Pink, but Rihanna has more hits. So if you're going hit for hit, like the only one that's up there with Rihanna is Mariah Carey, but Mariah Carey's got so many more records than Rihanna. But if you're going hit for hit, Mariah got them records that hit the R&B charts too. You know what I mean? So that wouldn't be bad either. That wouldn't be bad either. Right, but you have to remember, I'm talking about. I know nobody black cares about Pink. I'm talking about if they're doing this on an even playing field. Well, like I said, I think eventually they can talk all they want about, oh, we only want to do it for the culture. They already been mentioning Justin Timberlake. Justin Timberlake is not the culture. So what I want to see is, I want to see Swizz Beats when these white folks come to him with the big bag, more than he gonna get from Instagram and from Ciroc, from Diddy. When these white folks come to him and say, "Yo, I want to put verses on the big grand stage and give you 300 million for it," I want to see Swizz Beats. I want to see if he really about, oh, we gonna keep this for us. I want to see. Everybody says that until money gets flashed in their face. Cause you know it, finesse. You got it, but you know it's coming. You know it's coming. They start seeing these numbers like this. Yeah, he turned it down so far. He turned it down one time, but they coming back. You think they ain't coming back? Okay. There's an old saying. There's an old saying. Money talks, bullshit walks. I'm sure the man that owned BET, I'm sure he turned down their first offer because they're never gonna come with their strongest offer at first. Never. They're never gonna come with their strongest offer at first. They're gonna kick the tires and see what you might want. Oh, you didn't take 100 million? All right. Come back 3 months later. Mm, I saw you have 1.2 million people in the room. Mm, how about 200 million? And you know Timberland don't give a fuck about selling out. That's all Swizzy. Timberland gonna be like, oh, I don't know about that, Swizz. You gonna have to think, man. You know what you could do with 300 million? Man, for $300 million, you don't never have to worry about nothing. And this is 300, not even counting what you already got in the bank. 300 million. All we gotta do is put one or two in there. We'll just get it, let them, and we'll just put Justin in there just to satisfy them. They're gonna start off with Justin. Then it's gonna go from Justin to Pink. Then they're gonna say, let's put in Madonna. I'm telling you, it's coming. It's coming because everybody black, everybody black. Mariah and Rihanna were tied, I believe. So let me see. How many? Hold on. Mariah Carey has 18 number ones. 18 number ones and counting, right? And Rihanna, I think, has 18. So I think Rihanna is one under. Rihanna's one under. No, I think they both got 18. I think they're both tied. Um, hold on. So those two are top on top as far as number ones. Damn, Rihanna got 18 number one. Ain't that crazy? Rihanna, yeah, I think she's right under Mariah Carey. So I'm gonna find out. If she don't got 18, she's very close. Okay. Okay, she's right. She does not. She had. I beg to differ. I mean, I stand corrected. She has 14 number ones, so she is second. But Mariah came out at the end of the 80s, going into the 90s. Rihanna didn't come out to the 2000s. You know, so for Rihanna to have come out only in the 2000s and only be four behind Mariah Carey, that's amazing. Mariah Carey had a 10-year jump on Rihanna. She had a 10-year jump on Rihanna. So I think Beyonce might have like seven. Beyonce might have like seven number ones, tops. She's nowhere near Rihanna. Um, but the way people talk, you think Beyonce had 20. How many number ones, right? You think Beyonce had 20, the way they talking. You see how it's funny. Look, number one singles. She has, hold on. They won't give me the answer. It's Beyonce, they won't give me the answer. Yeah, she has they give her the Grammys. She has more Grammys in them than all of them. Anyway, let's move on and topic. J Lo. I read the thing about J Lo. My brother said he thought it was a bad job. Listen, man. Just because, all right, just because Chadwick Boseman died, and big up, shout out, Wakanda Forever, shout out to Chadwick Boseman, right? Just because Chadwick Boseman died, that does not obligate every single person to not tweet about nothing else except Chadwick Boseman. How do we know J Lo even knew Chadwick Boseman? How do we know J Lo even knew that he died yet? I mean, people are so with this fake outrage. It was bad timing. That's in everyone's in people's opinion. In people's opinion. Not every tweet was about Chadwick Boseman. Not every single actor was tweeting about Chadwick Boseman. How do we know J Lo and Chadwick Boseman didn't have a beef? We don't know that. Like I said, how do we know that she even knew yet? What if she was just signing on to Twitter? We don't know. People just always looking for a reason to drag somebody. That's it. Always looking for a reason to drag somebody. Okay, Nessie, be safe. I'm sorry, and I disagree with my brother. And me and my brother don't disagree too often. But I disagree. J Lo may not have even knew. That's what I'm saying. How come they not getting on Denzel? Well, Denzel finally posted something. Um, what's his name? Michael B. Jordan. That was his boy. He hadn't posted nothing. So, you know, she tweeted on condolences, and she probably, again, she probably didn't really think about it. Um, but like I said, man, everybody wants to find reasons to drag someone. Right. Denzel make a statement for the publisher. Denzel probably didn't even know what that publisher said. So I mean, everybody just want to look. Oh, everything that's going on out here, and you have to remember something, man. They talking about all the social injustice going on, nigga. J Lo probably don't experience that the same way as us. She's Hispanic. She's fucking rich, and J Lo has have spoke on black issues plenty of times. So it's not like she's never spoke on it. But people want to fake outrage, and I'm gonna be honest. I don't think I posted anything because I didn't really know him like that. I didn't watch Black Panther. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not into superheroes. And yeah, I know he was the first black superhero, yada yada yada. But that's just not my thing. I didn't see Black Panther. I didn't see the other movie he was in. I knew he was Black Panther, and I knew he was kind of young. But I'm a sports person, so I was interested in him playing the Jackie Robinson because I'm into sports. But I didn't see Black Panther. I didn't see none of those comic book movies. The last comic book movie I saw was the original Batman, and then the Batman that had, Batman 2 or whatever. Yes, it's sad. It's a shame that another young brother got taken is no longer with us. But I didn't come on and like make that my first post like I did with Prince and Michael Jackson, and because I wasn't into him like that. Other than Black Panther, I didn't know what else the brother had done. You know, so Kobe or something different. You know what I mean? Kobe, something different. Prince, something different. Michael, but that's the thing. I don't think J Lo deserved to get dragged the way she got dragged. Knock it off with the fake outrage. Ain't nobody outraged that their boy, you know, the guy that's gonna save black people, still ain't hardly mentioned Breonna Taylor until they put in the force his hand. Now he gonna go down there. I mean, still ain't mentioned Breonna Taylor. So if you ain't outraged about that, how you gonna be outraged about J Lo not mentioning Chadwick, but you ain't outraged about Trump not mentioning Breonna Taylor? Fuck out of here. That fake shit. So the WAP song dropped to number two. Spent 2 weeks at number one. It dropped to number two from what is BTS? What are those? They're like a Chinese pop group. What are they? Oh, but they're not gonna mention that, right? I just sit back and just wait. You know, people that told me how you gonna like Biden? He's gonna let Bill Gates force a uh, a vaccine. Trump is anti-vaccine, but Trump is the one who said he's pushing for a vaccine this year, and he will have the military aggressively give it. I thought he was anti-vaccine. See, but all the Trumpers don't bring that up. See how they casually don't bring that up? After they sat over and over and over talking about how he is anti-vaccine, but he came on the TV and said he's going to try to force it with the military if he has to. But where's all the people who said this man is going to save black people? He cares about black people. He only cares about the world. He's anti-vaccine. That didn't sound like anti-vaccine to me. But again, we're not going to go there. That man's going to get no time on my show. He absolutely said he would force it. Absolutely. And you can go online and find it. Y'all are still on the old quote. Months ago is when he said, it's there for you if you want it. He said that months ago. His most recent quote is, I will have the military aggressively force it. It's his exact words. So, thank you. Thank you, Keita. So, y'all can suck my dick with all that, oh, he's a good guy bullshit. When all this shit is going on and these black people are getting gunned down, and he come up on there and he want to talk about TikTok. And black folks is getting lynched in 2020. And he want to talk about fucking TikTok. Fuck out of here. Y'all can miss me with that bullshit. Oh, there's plenty of people. There's plenty of people. Oh, Trump's not that bad. Oh, he's not a racist. That is the new. I'm telling you, Karma, look around. It'd be right in my scene. It'd be right in my chat. It'd be right in my chat. It's all over YouTube. That's the new thing now. That's the new thing. Oh, vote for Trump. Trump's going to save the people. Look around. I don't want to get into it because I don't want to talk about that demon in my shit. But it's out there. That's what black folks are on now. Black folks, as everyone knows, and I'm black, so I can talk about black folks. We are the biggest followers. That's why white people know that they can trick us. Because we're the biggest fucking followers there is. All we do is follow a fucking wave. That's all we do is follow a wave. That's why we stay one step behind these white folks. Now all of a sudden, 4 years ago when the nigga won and when Barack was in there, everybody was sucking Barack's dick. Now, all of a sudden, all I see is Barack was garbage president. Barack is a child abuser. He's a pedophile. He's this. Barack Obama is the worst. Barack Obama was involved in Pizzagate. Y'all was sucking this nigga's balls when he became president. Oh, my president is black. My president is black. We showing up to work 30 minutes late. Obama's in office. Got me the Obama phone. Whoop, 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 whoop. Because that was the wave. Because that was the wave. Now, all of a sudden, Obama's a pedophile. Oh, he's not even, he's not from here. Oh, now all of a sudden the Democrats are the worst people. The Democrats are starting this. The Democrats are starting that. Because they going around on YouTube and see some fucking channels and start riding the wave because they see other idiots saying it. Other idiots that are getting paid by the Republican Party to confuse black people. You know why? Because they know that we're easily confused. And they know that we turn on our own like that. So if we're going to turn on our own like that, how are we not going to turn on Biden? And all they know is all we got to do is get a third of the people. So what we're going to do is we're going to throw Kanye West out there. Right? We're going to have Kanye act like he's turning on his wife and the Kardashians because black people hate the Kardashians. I'm telling you, Kanye, to work. Black women hate the Kardashians. All you gotta do is act like you're gonna oust them, you dissing them, you're gonna divorce Kim, and I'm telling you. And then you say you're running for president. If you can get 0.1% of the votes, that will help Donald. And what do black people do? Fall right for it. Fall for the banana tailpipe. Every time. Never fails. So, on the VMAs, we'll go to that. Lady Gaga looked like she was a big winner on the VMAs. I don't know how many people watched that, but Gaga was a big winner. I see Meg Thee Stallion won a video award, and she was twerking on the plane. And this is how I'm going to end my YouTube video because I did not talk about the YouTube stuff. The whole narrative that's going around about Megan Thee Stallion being a transgender, a man, has a dick, she was born a man. For y'all now to come out with this is exactly what I'm talking about. I sat in my live when Megan was first about to pop off. And all I heard people saying was, yo, Hev, Megan Thee Stallion, Megan Thee Stallion, Megan Thee Stallion, I'm telling you, she's next up. She's all natural. She writes her own rhymes. She can spit. She got bars. I'm telling you, Hev, Meg Thee Stallion, Meg Thee Stallion, Meg Thee Stallion. I did not hear from anybody. I did not hear from anybody. Nobody told me, well, she a man, no, Hev. I think she a man. Nobody said that to me. I did not see that anywhere. And I know people all up from Houston coming to me, oh, no, Heb, they've been saying that. I didn't see it. When Megan Thee Stallion was first out, you're going to tell me that was a narrative? Bullshit. Bullshit. Go find me some stuff. Go find me some articles from 2017, 2018. Since this is 20. Find me an article in 2018 when people say she was a man. People running with an agenda. The first time I heard that was when that video came out and they were like, oh, she was dancing and her genitals popped out of her shorts. Peep this. And then everybody watched it and could clearly see it was the back of her thigh meat. Because that's what natural bodies do. It bounces around. Once everybody saw it was the back of her thigh meat, they debunked that, and that video went away. They were like, that's bullshit. You know that girl ain't got no genitals, blah, blah, blah. That's her thighs. Right? It went away. Now, since this thing with Tory, and they're always quick to turn on a black woman, she's now on top. And let's just be honest about, I hate when people won't be honest. Cardi is no longer the shit anymore. Megan did a record with Nicki. Right? Megan does a record with Cardi. And she gets a whole bunch of fans now that don't like Megan. Let's just be honest. Now all of a sudden, the same people that was telling me, yo, Heb, Megan, Megan, Megan. Now it's saying, oh, Megan's lying. And she's a man. No good and damn well you don't think that woman is a man. But just to add in, just to be a follower, just to try to catch a laugh and to catch a like on your comment, you make comments and say, allude to her being a man. No proof. Oh, I can see it in her bones. Really? So Serena Williams is a man? Venus Williams is a man? Then you show them pictures of them as a little girl, and then they try to find a reason for why, oh, because they start giving them hormones when they're little. Really? I showed a picture of her the other day on my Instagram, her as a little girl. She was probably about 5 years old, 5 or 6, somewhere in there. It was clearly her, but that was her mother. Her mother looked just like Megan when she was younger. If you're seeing Megan Thee Stallion as a girl, 5 or 6 years old, she's a girl. All right? As I said on Instagram, please get off YouTube. Tune into me. Tune into me. If you want truth about the industry, if you want the real tea, if you want to know what's really going on, go to the In Case You Didn't Know website, G's website, ICYD, IC, what is it? ICY, whatever, in case you didn't know. Read her website and follow me. And wait on my lives and my videos. Because the shit ain't true, I ain't gonna say it. I'm gonna only give you truth. 100% truth. I ain't gonna play no favorites. Nah. I'm not gonna come up on here and say Obama's arrested. Obama is really dead. For all y'all watching them channels and giving those people views, shame on you. Shame on you. Because people want to feel like they are with the in crowd. There are some people that be listening to me and be like, yeah, Hev, that shit is ridiculous. Yeah, Hev, that shit is ridiculous. But then after I'm off, they go right to the very same channel I'm talking about and they be like, yeah, yeah, cheering them, want to be a part of something. Want to be with the in crowd. You know what I mean to tell me? All of y'all, all of them people, be 90, 100,000 people, y'all believe that Barack Obama's dead? So who was that at that funeral? That wasn't Barack Obama? Who was that at the Democrats convention? That wasn't Barack Obama? Who was it? Was a clone? Okay. Y'all said right there and eat it up. Right there and eat it up. Giving these people views. Giving these people your Cash App money. Giving these people, you know, monetizing they bullshit. Yep, Keita know. Help monetizing they bullshit. JFK is going to be the new president. Donald Trump is just going to win because he's protecting JFK. JFK Jr. He's not really dead. Child, Ludacris is arrested. Michelle Obama. So Michelle Obama now got a radio podcast on Thursdays. Who's that? That ain't Michelle Obama? You can do the research and find it. But don't go to Google. You got to go to duckduckgoose.com. That's where you'll find the information at. It's out there. It's all public information. Oh, it is? Let me Google it. Oh, no. Don't go to Google. You got to go to ringaroundtherosie.net and you'll get it. Google's on their side. They don't want you to know. Get the fuck out of here, man. And black people be believing that bullshit. Believing it. Trump is taking down all the celebrities and all of the pedophiles. That's why we're all in lockdown. Coronavirus is a cover-up because of the pedophiles. He got them on house arrest. And he's going to make a big announcement after he wins the election in January. And he busted Obama. Right? He had Obama arrested. Trump. And he didn't say nothing about it. Do you know how much Donald Trump hates and is jealous of Barack Obama? If Donald Trump had something on Barack Obama, he would have told the whole fucking world. That's how much he hates Obama. You're going to tell me he's going to keep that quiet? Come on, man. Stop. 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 This nigga has been sucking Obama's balls for the last 10 years. He is so jealous of Obama. All of Obama's marks are higher than his. Obama didn't get impeached. Regardless, he didn't get removed because of who's in the House. But it's on record. Donald Trump, you're such a bad piece of shit president. You got impeached, bruh. It's on your record. You can't get rid of it. You didn't, but you got impeached, bruh. That means you're a piece of shit president. You got impeached. That's on your record, sir. Barack Obama didn't get impeached. But yet and still, you're a better president than Obama. He's so jealous of Obama. Everything, he's still talking about Obama. Obama is out in Hawaii doing his own thing. He ain't thinking about this country. Every word that come out this nigga mouth. I'm surprised Michelle. I'm surprised he got any dick left to put in Michelle's mouth. This nigga Trump have Obama's mouth in his dick in his mouth so deep, all is hanging out of the balls. And I'm telling you, Michelle can't suck Obama dick no more because he probably don't got no dick left. Trump done sucked that dick off. This nigga keep Obama's balls in his mouth. And you gonna tell me this nigga, you gonna tell me this nigga got Obama arrested on pedophilia and he's keeping it a secret? He's keeping it a secret because he don't want the people to go off because people love Obama and the people love celebrities. So if they tell them that these celebrities are arrested and executed, the world would go crazy. Really? Boggles my mind. It boggles my mind what these black folks is doing. It boggles my mind. Especially now, Keita, he feels as though he's losing in the election. Imagine he would bring this up right now. That would guarantee him a win. He has proof that Obama was involved in pedophilia and got him arrested, and he taking down all these pedophiles. That would get him a clear win. You gonna tell me he gonna keep that a secret? Come on, man. He's keeping it a secret until January 20th. It's gonna be a big announcement. Here's all the paperwork. Research that. No, 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 don't do that. Don't use Google. Don't use Internet Explorer. They're all run by the elites. How am I going to see it then? Here. London Bridges is falling down, falling down.com. There it is, right there. It's out there. Public knowledge. You can only see it in duckduckgoose.com. Because you out here telling everybody that you got to see it at duckduckgoose.com because you're trying to hide it from the elites. Like they can't go to duckduckgoose.com because you're telling everybody you got to see it at duckduckgoose. You don't think the elites heard you? mm, mm, mm. Anyway, get out of here, man. Y'all niggas is funny, boy. But all my paperwork is finished. All y'all rooting for Trump, riding a wave, you're going to get your wish. You're going to get your wish. And I don't want to hear none of y'all niggas complaining. come February 2021 and come the end of next year when he try to turn the United States of America into a dictatorship. I listen to people who got sense. I listen to people who's been around way longer than me. And my father, God bless the dead, told me, son, Donald Trump is going to be the last president the United States have. And I said, well, how you mean? He said, because he idolizes Putin, Castro, all them people that rule their country and dictates their country. And he said he's going to get in there, and you're not going to be able to get him out. He said he better lose. He better lose for Hitler. He idolizes all those people. So y'all go ahead and vote him in again. Go vote him in again. He is going to try to turn the United States into a dictatorship. And all y'all that voted him in gonna be sitting here stuck. You see all them people at ICE, at the ICE. You see all of them that said they voted Trump in, and now they stuck at ICE, separated from their kids, separated from their children. Donald Trump passed that law. So if he's trying to save the kids, if he's trying to save the world, and he cares so much about children being trafficked, how's he leaving them kids at ICE and sending them back without their parents and separating them from their parents? But he cares so much about the kids. Get the fuck out of here, man. Y'all niggas don't want to talk about that. They won't talk about that. But they want to sell me. They want to sell me a plate full of shit, full of donkey shit, and tell me it's hotcakes. And if y'all don't get the fuck out my face with that Trump shit, stupid ass niggas just confusing black people. When I say y'all, I'm not talking directly to nobody. Whoever does it, because I know there's some people in this live right now, they probably just quiet because they probably thinking like, Hev got a point. If he's such a good guy, why did he take all those immigrants that was working their ass off, some of them harder than Americans, and separate them from their children if he cares so much about child trafficking? And half of them immigrants voted for his dumb ass. So think about that. Everything that's going on is because of him. And anybody that you lost, excuse me, for coronavirus, because they didn't know about it in time, or because people weren't taking it serious, or because all those Trump supporters are saying, Donald Trump said we don't gotta wear a mask. And they out there shooting black folks for no reason, and he get up there and don't say nothing about it. But y'all gonna tell me he's not a racist? How many times did he mention Breonna Taylor? How many times he mentioned these black folks is getting lynched? Did he go down there to the city where these black folks are lynched and demand justice, demand to have these people caught, put in jail? Did he? Those people that were going to lynch the black guy, but he got away, they weren't arrested. They're not in jail. If it wasn't for that guy's white friends that he had, he would have been lynched. He called the KKK people when they started the murder. Oh, good people. There was good people on both sides. Well, they're white supremacists. How are they good people? If they're out there starting trouble because of the color of your skin, how are they good people? Think about that. And then come back and tell me he's not a racist.